Hello everyone. Gotta do the audio things and stop the scene. The right one. There we go. Hello. Howdy meowdy thing. And
God, can I ban people for howdy meowdy?
you are you gonna veto howdy meowdy?
I'm a veto howdy meowdy on
Is
someone else's
everybody-
stream where I'm just guesting.
Is everybody audible?
No. You're all I don't know. I was thinking of a joke but I couldn't come up.
I was about to say, if we had audio scuff again,
Now everyone should be just fine. I hope.
better.
If anything, it would be myself. I've myself turned up. Don't worry, we're fine. And the game is audible too, so we are actually really good. Yay!
Miracles.
There's more Ace Attorney.
And there's the bad news.
Oh, we just finished talking to
I
her, right?
remember, we have to talk to Edgeworth?
I think so, yeah.
Because we got a profile.
Yeah. Hi, Trix.
The birds are back.
I hate the birds. He's in the garden, right? Yeah. But we just
Something
talking.
present.
Yeah. Hey, Ashford, did you know that Iris had a twin sister?
You're gonna roll up
Oh
and
my God.
open with it.
What? A twin? You can't be serious. Mr. Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of his twin. There's nothing about Iris having a twin sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Mr. Edgeworth, please. Why did I almost say Mr. Edgeworth? I don't even I don't even voice any of the characters for saying Mr. Edgeworth.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth is my father.
Freudian slip, and now that one's an actual Freudian slip.
You keep saying Freudian.
I'm sorry, fruity slip. There you go. Is that
No,
better?
it's Freudian.
I like Fruity Slip up better.
It sounds funnier in my head. Leave me
It is fun, yeah. Hello, Days. We're just talking about Ian's Freudian slips.
Oh my god.
His,
Alright.
his fruity slips.
No, I don't want to hear about Ian's fruity lips.
That's not what I
What
said.
the fuck? Let them
Now that's a Freudian slip.
stay on.
Yes, me said.
Oh my.
Phoenix is indeed out of the hospital and back on the case. We are now our friend Edgeworth here is just another person in the case and not
Just
actually.
thinking, who's the character here who doesn't have some sort of trauma?
What?
Some sort of trauma.
I don't know.
Gumshoe?
I'm sure it's.
She was traumatized by the paychecks on the daily.
It was my first court case 6 years ago. It was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case? You're the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked some of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes. Yes. Dahlia was a witness in this case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together on a stage of fake kidnapping 11 years ago. Wait, wasn't Valerie their sister? Is Valerie a half-sister then?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Because I think she was Dahlia's sister too, right?
Because we know that from the last one, we learned that Morgan got her kids taken away from her, Iris and Dahlia, by the father. The
Yeah.
father dropped one of the kids at the temple,
Mhm.
supposedly Iris, and now Dahlia ended up with the father and some other mother, I guess.
Yeah. That very must have been a half sister then. There's no other way it makes sense. It can't be Morgan's child. Otherwise, there'd be four. Morgan would have four children, right?
We did not want spawns of that.
I mean, if
thing.
sister is a half sister, I don't think it's that complicated.
Sorry.
I don't think it's that complicated, right? If it was a sister, it's half sister probably.
Yeah.
You watched a lot of Edgeworth managing to get the true father of Larry.
Amazing
She's
flying
that
nuns on
took a while
fire.
now.
Yeah, we don't talk about the
Larry.
gods.
Please no more, Larry.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Demo Beast. Welcome in. We stole a jewel. Oh, fuck, that's Edgeworth. We stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Well, here they just say sister. Has to be. Well, Bots is a budding talent, that is for sure. He has that art in him. He has the spirit of art. He'll be great one day. You know what they say about all the great artists? They're all a little strange. And no one's more strange than Bots. Her sister. Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. And
Okay.
we literally... we could have just gone on with the dialogue.
Stepsister, but not blood related. What do you mean?
They have to be blood related, right? Unless it's she came in from another marriage.
I'm
which,
gonna count that as awkward dialogue, personally.
yeah, probably bad localization or like.
Oh.
Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh,
Oh, just purely. a
That's why
wife's
she
old
ended-
child.
That makes
So-
sense.
Old child.
yeah. Well, that makes Morgan the third wife, right?
Does it matter?
Morgan, no. Morgan has to be the first.
No, because Dahlia is younger than Valerie.
No, because they're saying that Valerie was new wife's child, not blood related to the jeweler at all.
Yeah. Because Morgan had the kids,
Yeah,
Iris and Dahlia,
yeah,
with this jeweler guy.
yeah,
He went away,
yeah.
married somebody else, and that person that he married, the second wife, had Valerie.
Before they
What?
got together.
Yeah. Valerie
Someone
already
else.
existed.
Sure, I don't think that's what they said, but okay.
That's definitely what they said.
It does. I'm getting way too into this.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that's what's
Not-
else.
I think Morgan was the third wife.
Does that matter?
No, it
She
doesn't.
wasn't the third wife.
And that is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me.
Amazing.
So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? You check that out. Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected to this case. Why are you so sure about that? Simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians.
Why
So
are
to
you
speak.
phrasing it like that?
That's
Ah,
a weird
yes.
statement.
Her metabolic processes are of interest only to historians. Only historians are interested in how she shed. That's what we're saying here. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth?
That her metabolic processes are only because to historians.
Right, I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of a murder case where you were involved in during your college years. Aria Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey.
Mia Fey.
Oh yeah, she burned all the butterflies.
Looked like a fucking.
At the time, Dahlia, like she was possessed by a demon or something.
The butterflies were her familiars.
Bye.
Almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of shock to you, White, and for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them.
Except...
There's no way to revive them? I wonder. Well, about that. We seem to know people who can do necromancy.
Don't worry about it.
It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's the mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Karain channeling technique. You say the Karain channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with a fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. Oh, we gotta go over this one again.
Right. So.
Didn't they recap this already?
I was stumped.
Yeah, I guess you're just explaining
Yeah.
why he resents the whole medium thing.
And that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium of a master of a channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, a young and innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case files, and you'll know. Didn't we literally talk about this in a case where he was involved? Wasn't he in court for the case where this was brought up?
He was involved in he was involved in the case where someone got shot in a boat or whatever, and then the DL6 thing got brought up because
Yeah.
he thought he killed his dad.
But he knows we
That
know.
is right. Yeah, they're just
Yeah, he already
recapping
knows
for
it. I don't
they're recapping for the player.
Yeah, of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was a victim of that case.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Karain channeling technique is real, and that you should be with me.
Right? I don't think that's what Korean channeling technique is about.
Anything else we needed to show him? I guess he's just telling us to go to... It probably opened up whatever it's called.
I mean, can't you do her Cyclock now?
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like you. Oh yeah, we go in here though because we missed what's his face, Gumshoe.
Did we?
Yeah, where I think he was on the courtyard.
Okay.
What do we need from Gumshoe?
I don't know, but that's what Phoenix said to go find like X people, and one of them was Gumshoe.
Oh, February 9th, Hazakura Temple, courtyard. Probably Gumshoe. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming?
Why the song?
No.
What the fuck is the tune I'm supposed to sing?
Motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing
Yeah,
it
like,
with
I
me,
guess.
no motive, no crime.
Yeah.
Enough, we'll take that. Search in the channeling room in rain. Oh, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating is all about. An investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion.
Who cares if I find the right person, as long as I execute someone?
Copium.
Yeah.
Take it away, Belg.
good cases. We have good cases. We lost along the way. I would never have guessed the Gumshoe was into reggae. Oh, never mind.
They put this music in the background. And I end up skip all the singing.
Every case
Every
is
case is
gonna
gonna
be
be
airtight.
airtight,
Every
man.
case is gonna be airtight.
Hey, pal.
Huh? Oh, me?
How long have you been there?
I just got here.
Oh, okay.
What are you up to, detective?
I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon.
The real murder weapon?
That bot sorting turned out to be a false lead, right?
That's always.
I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just thought these weird scraps of paper. Looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though.
A letter? Oh, we have to talk to him about it. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know if I should be telling you, pal. Well, I guess it can't hurt. Never
Right.
asked before.
You always tell us anyway, so who cares?
Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple corner. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ.
What you mean?
I don't have the details, pal. All I know is, if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation.
What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here?
You got me. I don't know.
Thank you.
And not my words, pal.
Then who said it?
Mr. Godot.
Ah yeah, that means I can really trust him. Koto, what do they mean by that?
All that man does is talk shit.
Yeah. About that letter you found.
Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter that is totally not going to be relevant. Not at all.
Once night should be there. As soon as you hear the
They're definitely
Lightning
gonna be
outbell. You must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Wow. Burned up letter.
Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the inner temple. Probably not.
Incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Oh, Francisco was just gaslighting us. I guess you can add that to the gatekeeping girl bosom. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away.
I
Which
guess
means...
even gaslight you, she had never been there.
Yeah. Which means someone used the incinerator of the night of the murder.
What's up with you, pal? Well, it's right here if you want to take a look.
Can I? You mind?
Sure, go to that. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case.
Gumshoe, bless you.
Spirit mediums.
Work your
Oh,
head on
my
this one,
God.
please.
It's got to be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. Better give it a good looking over and some serious thought.
Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Living is a crime, pal.
Yeah, a serious crime.
AKA,
They're
time
gonna take me to court for it.
to look at the court record, probably, to actually read it. Just probably check if I had to guess.
Well, yeah, okay then.
What? I mean, look, my
Be careful, once night forward, there should be. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Why did they, like, cut off the sentences like this? So you basically have the full sentence at the bottom.
I don't know.
Like, there's space for another word at the end of both of these sentences, whatever.
Remember, it was probably originally in Japanese.
Yeah. Her name is, she's our whole... Here's a picture of her, use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is burned, also tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
I don't know what that last bit is about, but this just looks like I did it now.
Yeah.
Demonic.
What do you know about the real murder weapon so far?
Well, it wasn't the Shishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today.
Yes, that's true.
In which case, it must have been another blade.
And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh?
Yeah, and man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken.
Good for you.
We got the flair of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this.
Ooh. Secret weapon.
Is it the dog again?
Am I gonna get to voice the dog again? What's the secret weapon of yours?
You wanna know? You gotta think scientifically, okay?
Alright.
The murder weapon was a sword.
Oh.
Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right?
Ah, it's a metal detector. Damn.
Damn, boo.
Boo, we wanted the dog back, want a missile back.
Any questions so far?
No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him. Look smart.
So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector.
Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away.
Well, you wanna give scientific investigation a go?
Huh? Me?
I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try?
You've been using it hours for here. I haven't found anything. What the hell are we gonna do?
Where? Go somewhere else with it then. The murder weapon's clearly not here. I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not?
Why are you killing at chance?
Oh, I guess
Just
you
go
can-
no.
If you want to do it now or save it for late.
Yeah. I'll play forensics expert.
Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you.
Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go.
Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best.
Okay.
It's so sensitive you could make it cry. It's so high-tech you could skydive off it.
Oh, Baba.
So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. Press the A button on your control.
Yeah.
Possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right?
Sure. That's what we're trying to find out.
Why would it be here and not like
Yeah.
be disposed of?
Don't worry about it.
So first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off of something metallic. Next, move the detector around and give the Scorpion a good look-see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you've hit on something metallic. And when that happens, press Enter to give the area a good hard something.
Wow.
This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight too. Take a good look at everything and everything that seems suspicious. Okay, pal?
That tree is very metallic. Oh, I can actually.
Yeah, you went over the fence, climbed up the tree, and pointed it.
This looks like a wallet.
Ah! That's where it's been.
Is this yours, detective?
I'm always dropping it, so I put a bell on it.
But you still dropped it anyway.
Yeah, but now I found it again, pal.
Not
Oh
because
my
of the
God.
bell.
Your wallet is completely empty.
Well, I drop it all the time, so I don't put money in it anymore.
What a genius.
Why are you fucking playing like he has any?
But how come the metal detector picked it up?
Must be because of the bell, I guess.
Fantastic.
Can't argue with him. He wins that exchange.
That's odd. The sled's made of plastic.
It says bikini number 1 on the side.
Oh, that's a bikini. Okay. Maybe there's something under it. Hey, what's this? A badge.
Ah! We're not the guy I love.
We just have become true between his
God.
lost shit.
It's yours, detective.
Like, which he couldn't find with a metal detector.
That thing's priceless to a guy like me, pal. A cop can't be a cop without his badge. I'm sure glad I put that diamond there now.
How did you manage to drop your badge here of all places?
Did he go sledding?
I know. I bet it happened this morning. I was playing around with the sled and...
Oh my.
Stop right there. I don't need to hear anymore. Oh, there you go. Looks like there's something round buried in the ground here.
Don't touch that, pal.
Huh? What is it?
It's a trap. People set them out to catch us detectives. They're real nasty.
Ah, yes. Obviously. A trap. For detectives. I mean, like those fierce traps with sharp teeth that are supposed to snap your leg.
Yeah, those. Got my finger caught in one of those ones.
How do you still have it? Your finger?
There was this bit of cheese and it looked so tasty. I reached it out and then... Bam!
Never mind.
Does he become dumber each game?
I think so, yeah.
You're a rat? What is happening?
Yeah, he got caught in a mousetrap. I'm not sure how to respond to a story as stupidly pitiful as that.
This man is getting flanderized so goddamn funny.
That Cheetos next to the golden statue wasn't the real murder weapon, pal.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd check again anyway.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you know about that sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life I'd be leading had I not joined the homicide division?
You think about that kind of stuff, Detective?
Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as detention officer, me as the Blue Badger.
That's the worst highlight.
That's the best line. Right?
There's something to be said about the humor value of Gumshoe as a Blue Badger.
I mean, I feel like he would do much better at that job.
He would. This is Mr. Nim's staff, isn't it?
Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood.
But the detective's reacting to it.
Why is he being so nerdy, Mochi? Scientifically speaking.
She's cosplaying Emma.
Yeah.
Well, however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright?
Stands favor.
I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic.
Who doesn't like some good wood, Ian?
Shut up.
I'm sure you do.
Bell.
Yeah,
My
I
god.
think everyone can appreciate a good curvy wood.
same.
Man,
What?
both of you shut up and play your damn game.
I'm reading epic dialogue.
Yeah, we're once actually playing the game. You're just sitting there.
No voice.
Wow.
You haven't had a line in ages.
Maya gone for the case again.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it?
It's weird that this thing is causing a racket.
Yeah, let me take a look at it.
Hey, hands off. Examining evidence is a job for the...
Right.
Right.
The top is coming off.
Look what you've done. That was a really important piece of evidence.
Ah! The cane sword.
That's a...
Sword.
Like the staff.
Is this... Could it be?
The murder weapon?
Wow. Never have guessed there was a sword concealed in the victim's staff.
I call this kind of thing a sword game, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot.
I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was in a temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword?
No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now.
Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe.
There's no eye in Gumshoe either.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it.
Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh?
No. I'm sure there's someone just wiped it off after the murder.
Yeah, of course. This is definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Of the same length as the Shinshishito too. This must be the murder weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna run over the forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal.
Oh, off he goes. Hold it! Wait up, detective.
Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know.
Going to get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off just for a while?
Huh? What are you talking about, pal?
Please. Just until we find Maya.
Maya? What's this got to do with her?
I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach.
How so?
Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and... well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel.
You don't think... Maya's being
Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. Oh, hello, Tumia. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you've had a great stream. What were you playing?
Welcome.
Welcome in. I did not expect the raid this early on this stream. I never expect the raids, to be fair, but
Been in a raid every stream lately at the start.
well, it has been growing more common, I guess. But it like always from it's always from Shrink. Just finished the trilogy of Assassin's Creed 4, why not? Hell yeah! Well, we are very close to the end of the trilogy as well, as you can probably tell. So, no, please come in, settle down. Have an enjoyable time, I hope. More than crap is happening, at least.
Hey, I'm having my tea, I'm good.
That's fair, that's fair. He does like sipping the tea.
I'm not coffee like that brute.
Okay, just stop it with that face, pal. One
Oh, yeah.
thing, though.
I thought I need to do it. A bad stream.
Don't.
Yeah, the shout out. There we go. There you go. There's the shout out.
His staff's secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished.
Like, no one has ever withheld any evidence in these games.
No, it never happens. No. Everyone is completely upfront about every piece of evidence, and everything gets solved instantly.
Never should have come here.
Never should have come here. No problem, no problem. I understand.
This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay, now take good care of it, pal.
Thank you, detective.
Don't worry. You'll be fine.
I'm sure.
You know there is a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal?
Sure, thanks. We already know that Phoenix gonna foot the bill anyway.
Yeah.
Can't help but wonder though, what was Elise and them doing with staff like this in the first place? They're defending herself. We do know she is Misty Faye after all.
Does that mean that there's a target on her back? What?
Maybe. Well, can we go to the department yet? Seems like that's what
I know. What would there even be to do at the department?
well, apparently Edgeworth wanted us to look through the DL6
Why
incident case.
look for the DL6 thing?
Oh my god, we still gotta recap that.
But we're not really. Oh.
We have.
And
Oh,
then,
the logs ended on the Presenting Dahlia profile, and we have that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So we can definitely do
We can
that.
definitely do that, yeah.
I think we can do this, and then I believe Pearl had the other 5.
Yeah, she has another one as well.
And I'm willing to bet those are not just make believe. Those are probably all to fucking break.
Probably. We already won. Because this person saw you somewhere else in the night of the murder. Where was Bikini?
Yeah.
We've already gone through this one, so I'm just gonna speed through. Yeah.
Stands love.
The one true love was for our favorite crab.
Hey, you can ship it all you want.
You say you left, that's for
Iris testimony.
own testimony, yeah. Check that! There were 2 of you. Profiles. Dahlia Hawthorne. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? That's right. You have had no lines for the entire day today, and your first line is, ah!
Yeah, literally. I mean,
That's right, Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well.
par for the course. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer.
Yes, I know. A sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, Mr. Iris. The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? It's a channeling dojo, training ground of the Kurain channeling techniques. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me.
Ah!
You had to say ah a lot.
Wind. Court points.
Yay, I love court points, my favorite.
You made her cry. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew. I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me, who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple of the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me of this before?
Because my sister always does the right thing.
Hmm.
I'm sure all this will fly great.
Yeah, I'm sure this will go just fine. At least we have Canadian judge this time.
She got the death sentence for a reason, woman. Are you serious?
He's not gonna be sure if he likes what he's hearing. Excuse me.
Because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
Betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about?
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here in Eagle Mountain 11 years ago. That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path.
Yeah, yeah.
She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end she lost her life.
Oh no, sympathy for the serial killer.
I mean,
Wait.
it's the sister, so I kind of get it, but
Yeah.
it's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father, that's awful. So she's who helped Dahlia disappear, I'm assuming.
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on our father.
Yeah, that makes it much better. Revenge?
Oh, now it's at the top.
What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her mother? You must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was said to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power.
Wow.
But his plan backfired. Because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Kurain.
That'll be Misty Fay, Maya's mother.
But before long, the credibility of the Kurain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident.
I love how many people know about the DL6 incident now, when in the original case it was supposed to be top secret. It's just like, well, now everyone just knows what this is all about. It's common knowledge. Yeah.
Yep.
The eldest and the biggest hair. Yep. You know, the older the sibling you are, the bigger your hair is. It's just scientific.
Mushroom lady.
Yeah.
After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind.
All the Easter eggs revealed, all the connections. True, it's all adding up now. Kinda.
He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple.
Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie.
Well, it appears I've been proven wrong. That is definitely what they said.
They said that before already.
Yeah, I guess I can't read.
I had no place in this new family, you see.
Oh,
And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the Master Seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally.
yeah, she's in prison. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. Oh,
Yeah.
Francisca
Sorry.
jump scare.
I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fae Clan.
When Karma talks, like she's still gonna be on the prosecutor stand for the next
I know,
bit.
right? Go home.
They're gonna double team. They're just gonna both be on it on there.
Oh no.
Bye.
Well, Phoenix does a bad job. You can meet your mother Iris. No worries.
Instead of whipped and chains, it's whips and
Ooh.
coffees.
Sounds hot. That's what it looks like.
It is hot coffee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Iris, just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister Dahlia Hawthorne poisoned a lawyer, you began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. A college student. Have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his gut.
Wow!
Oh.
If
Well,
you're hot and cold, a whip and a coffee. I don't know. I think both of them are kind of hot. Not gonna comment further on that. I see. Thank you for your help.
you're welcome.
Oh, come on.
Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. Leave those locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I'd better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Called Cyclops. Do we have what we need for that now? I suppose we do.
I
Since
wanna say yes.
did we even get anything here?
I mean, just try it. If you don't, then go to the shelf, right?
If you don't, then go home.
I'm already home, Ian.
I don't know, go back to your law office and pray.
Man.
Go Homer.
I can't even in this case.
Yeah, you're stranded up here.
February 9th, Heavenly Hall. Look at that, they really did make a fire right in front of the shack.
Gonna burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Nick. You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off.
I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's basically them telling you you have everything.
Yep. Alright, Pearls.
What did you do?
Did you break another vase? A special
I mean,
cup?
that letter was kinda telling that we found.
Yeah. The night of a crime. After dinner on the night of the murder. You were supposed to be in Delise Nim's room, reading the book together, correct?
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go.
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Mr. Nim's room. Because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you worried about? Now I'm going to take a guess and you can tell me I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
I'm right. Will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
I went to this place for a very simple reason, and that is this. Where's Maya? Oh, she's I'm literally already
Yes.
hovering.
Ah,
It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it?
Eh,
You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course.
I signed up for your special course.
quite brave of you. It's cold. Young people so reckless. Young whippersnappers. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel.
Don't blame me if you fucking die.
Yep,
Mr.
you
Bikini's...
paid for that.
Yeah,
I have your money.
You paid me to kill you. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Asakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the Inner Temple.
And we're clear now that you went to the Inner Temple, Night Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that.
Eh,
About what time was it when you headed over to the Inner Temple?
it was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10. How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
You have the bells, so you have the lighthouse bell. Asakura Temple's bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
Just trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing the bell?
Huh? Oh,
I hear he's a great streamer. No? Okay. I think I know why. The reason you were worried about the bell is because of this.
Did the letter have a time or something?
Thank you for the headpads, Donaris. You think this is?
oh, as soon as you hear the lights out bell.
I think it's this. Yeah, this.
Yeah.
You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper.
where did you...
An incinerator at the Inner Temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burned. The last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and the purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? I don't think it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls is supposed to channel. The person who was trying to channel that night Pearls was... Pretty sure it's Dahlia.
Like how it says deceased.
Yeah. It was Dahlia Hoffman, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Just as I suspected. Wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the Inner Temple that night? It's Dahlia Hoffman. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of woman Dahlia Hoffman was?
No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. Kinda messed up to never tell her about her sister. But okay.
Morgan is messed up overall. We're figuring out more.
Yeah, that's true. About the instructions that I found, Pearls. Who wrote them?
Um,
Well, was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you've never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you follow the instructions without question. Here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? Why are you asking her and just gonna tell her?
Mhm.
Else.
Gotta phrase it like a question for the player.
Yeah. I have to wonder about something. Didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you?
Ba-dump.
But this last case really gives you new perspective of old characters and cases. Yeah, it does bring a lot of old stuff up. Get to go over that one more time. That's
I think that's for better and for worse.
yeah, some of those cases weren't the greatest, but hey, at least it's a neat way to
I mean,
wrap a
I'm
time
saying
up.
my point is rather that it bloats it up, but it does tie this together better than it does other cases.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's my favorite case.
It does
I like
bloat
this
it
one
up,
a lot.
yeah.
I like this one a lot. It's nice.
I'm not liking the implication that Pearl is the murderer. I find
Yep.
I find that a little
Pretzel hair done did.
yep. And a little fucked up that we are prosecuting a child, yeah. But you follow them
Yeah,
to
just
the
use the
regardless.
oh she was possessed defense.
Mm-hmm. The insanity plea also works. It still gets you in prison, though. Definitely shows why Morgan was sus apart from her everything in this case, which is also my favorite case. Well, there you go. Apparently, it's everyone's favorite case.
I mean, it's one of the stronger cases, but it ain't my favorite.
Fair enough.
I love this one.
It's neat. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why.
How did you?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. All right, Bells. It's time you started telling me the truth.
Mr. Nick,
Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I don't think you have any.
She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I still have to prove some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. You're right. There's no evidence to prove it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
How do you know that?
Could have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake. What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you've been given, but you misunderstood some words. And this is the evidence that proves it. I'm gonna have to go back and read it, won't I?
I don't remember it in detail either.
It's your life between your channel and spirit. Everything up her. There's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Gravely roast the master and the fires that hate it bring vengeance to fruition.
Oh.
Gravy bit.
Oh, maybe? Oh, yeah. Is it do we have it?
Just go to the other page.
What?
The other page of your evidence.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. Oh no, she said the P
It
word.
is.
It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
What? Why would I do something like that?
Do you remember what was written on the letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right?
How do you know that?
Oh, it's called back to the fucking night when she asked about those exact words. She asked, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Remember the conversation you had with Mr. Nim on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together.
I'd love to. Not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
Miss Elise, for example, how do you read this?
It says gravely.
Is this really necessary to establish this beforehand?
It's kind of a tough word.
Yes.
Yeah. Poor Pearly. Yeah, poor Pearly indeed. He should not be roped into this kind of bullshit. He's a child.
Literal child.
Literal child soldier. Literal
I
child
hate-
war criminal.
I hate Morgan.
Yep.
Part 11,000.
Sure, Mr. Nim taught you how to read, gravely, and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant.
Gravy sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food.
And that's why you did it. That's why you covered a picture of the master in gravy from the night's pot roast.
That's funny.
I think that's fucking stupid.
It's incredibly stupid, yeah.
To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
Just a tiny bit. This is why we're glad for Maya and Phoenix for being the better role models than Morgan.
Yeah.
There's not a single good role model here.
Yeah, I was about to say on a technicality. But yeah.
Except maybe reformed Edgeworth.
True.
I really am useless. I didn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. It's a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right.
Oh, it didn't break.
I mean, well, she wanted her to burn it, because I didn't get that at all.
After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple. With a pot full of the leftover gravy.
Gravy?
The whole bus just carried it all the way over there.
Yep.
I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cabin.
You would prefer both reformed or non-reformed Edgeworth. I think there would be better role models both of them, yeah. Even if non-reformed Edgeworth is a bit of a dickwad. I still think he's a better role model than Phoenix. At least he has his life together. Kinda.
Nah.
I was sure it was the Master of Gurain, like it said in the letter.
He a handsome dick, though. Oh. Yeah, I suppose he is. He is handsome, that's for sure.
Your
Are you
hands,
processing to try and make a joke out of it, but you couldn't?
Yep, exactly.
your hands were crimson layered.
I see, and then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area.
Guest area?
Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over.
Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then
Well, did you fall asleep?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it.
Oh yeah, he's here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep. Waiting for Iris too, it happens.
Anyway, when you found yourself trapped in the inner temple.
Yes. When I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy and...
And let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried.
Oh, Pearl.
Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like, Nick. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school too.
Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry.
It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the light-out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hoff in spirit.
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
Someone else was channeling her, I see. You couldn't do it.
I've never failed at channeling someone. It's the first time it's happened. I tried and tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. And I just couldn't do it.
Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Just like that.
Larry, mind your business.
But you never
I'm
managed to
starting to
channel the
piece
spirit.
together the sequence of events here.
Yeah. Is that why you... Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely though.
Please tell me what it is, anyway.
Could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Oh boy, so...
Initially, it was probably the victim. But then at the morning, Maya maybe?
I think it's Maya. It's up with her being seen flying over the bridge. Probably fell into the water. Which is why she's not
Yeah,
on the other
for
side.
that part, then I have no idea. Maybe Iris for that part, all three children.
No, I don't think so. I think that was Maya. I think pretty much all of it was Maya. We will see. Someone else. What do you mean?
Oh, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can see a hot chick if she's already taken.
Oh my god.
And that will mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled the spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish.
Final wish.
Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she has said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. Definitely need to find out more about it.
My mother has gone to a place called a penny...
I don't know how to.
Penitentiary.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know Pearls.
I visit her every month. And last month she told me...
Give me a sec. What was it?
Well, voice director, can you remember what it was?
It was me, but I don't really remember what kind of voice I gave.
Yeah, but Ian was the voice director.
It was very, I don't remember it. I know it was a very serene, but like old woman voice. I was like, the time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl, or whatever, like, but like obviously a little deeper.
The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl.
Yeah,
Right.
but
There's something I need you to do for me. I had a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. What? Before that?
apparently.
I want you to read it and do exactly what it says.
This bitch doesn't fuck around.
It's for the good of the Fey Clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. Why did she have her tea yet?
My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much.
Oh, Pearl.
Bro.
Yeah, moms will do anything for the kids, right? He said it.
She said it's for the good of the Fey Clan, so I knew I had to help her.
Yep.
I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fey Clan, so it had to be good for her too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
get it, game. We get it, game.
That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Looks at the camera.
I guess so.
There's a picture with her letter too.
A picture?
Of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Bit weird, huh?
Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
That
Sure.
sure is pretty strange.
Someone had opened it already.
That's problematic.
Yeah.
I think Misty learned of this and to protect Pearl channeled Dahlia herself and got killed
Oh,
through that.
that's...
But that, like I said, that doesn't really explain the other channelings where Pearl couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think Maya channeled her at one point as well. I think you might be right, that there's been multiples. So if Misty channeled at one point, it makes sense. But Misty is essentially committed suicide to protect Maya. Or Pearl from, like, getting indicted. Oh no, thank Pearls. You really helped me out. I mean, Phoenix Wright is the kind of game where, like, the good guys always win, basically. You're never defending an asshole. So Iris is not the killer. This, like, the only time where Phoenix has ever defended the murderer was when he was blackmailed into doing it. And even then, you can make an argument he wasn't actively the murderer.
I remember when I was originally playing the game, my critique early on was that, alright, so the guy with the defending is always innocent. I'm glad there's at least one case where that wasn't the case,
Yeah.
wasn't the situation, but I think there could have been more variety still in that regard.
I agree. I think it could reflect reality a little bit, but sometimes the defendant is actually the one in the wrong. But, you know, it is what it is.
Also, I would give the cases more variety.
Exactly. Thanks, pals. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us. I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Oh, it's all of Crab's characters. We just need Bikini here now.
Finally figured it out. Have you tried? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Yes, that's what we realized.
Godot.
The entrance to the Sacred Cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop.
I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort.
And it's all a waste of time.
Why do you say that?
Because Maya Fey isn't coming back.
What? You know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that?
It was your job to protect her, right? Just came in to talk the same shit he talked before.
Again?
He's just coming here to be
Why did I
mysterious.
see you?
I know everything. And I drink coffee. Giant malevolent mushroom lady knows all? Yeah. I think you meant to say massive malevolent mushroom madame.
Shit, that mushroom lady's better.
Why can't she end up in the river? Fuck her.
Thank you for the head pat, Faye. And I will hydrate.
Fucking annoying.
Thank you. Organs in
Honesty, Sage. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. It really wasn't, though.
Really was no.
Sir, I get that you're like bitter, but like, can we please relax?
Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances.
I realize that, but
And you were the only one who was by their side. You're the only one who could have saved them.
I didn't know anything about what was going on.
What did I just say it right? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself.
You couldn't defend Mia when that thing happened. It's so
Tomorrow.
annoying.
Tomorrow.
We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all. There's nothing to settle! Go get a therapist!
So annoying.
Mr. Nick? Is what that man just said true?
It'll be alright, pals. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
Is she gonna be channeling Mia doing this case again?
Yeah.
Well,
My dear Pearl. You've done so well, my child. My Pearl. I'm just in the blackness with her tea.
Yeah.
It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now finally, after all this time, the master's seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time.
Realistically, wouldn't Iris be the next in line anyway?
Iris claimed she had no spiritual power.
Oh, that's fair, then she can't inherit. I see. Be continued. Right this very moment.
Right.
Bum, bum, bum.
Final trial? Question mark?
It seems like it. February 10th, 9:39 AM, District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 1.
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Ah, morning, Pulse.
Mr. Nick, please tell me, what's going to happen to Mr. Maya?
I'm sorry, we don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed in to be in the temple.
Oh, I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No, she's the defendant of this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
And then, how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit it's kind of strange. That's probably... I'm sure?
Come sure, Guru.
Or Edgeworth, I don't know, 50 fucking.
I'll do Edgeworth and we'll go. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. Oh, well.
Alright.
Edgeworth? What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony. The prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony. You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? Prosecution is squeezing her for confession. Also, I've heard.
Oh, and she was blaming herself the other day for
Yeah.
the dog thing. Great.
Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? No, you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today. What? And who is? Who else would it be but Godot? Godot. Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern.
The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she is...
Being forced to scrape off the gravy. Exactly. She's been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks.
Oh.
With the head nun's assistance, naturally. I estimate that the last of the lock should be taken care of in about 3 hours. Hope everything continues to go smoothly. We'll receive some good news soon. Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. We're prepared for fight. Like there's no tomorrow. You don't have to tell me that. Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. And the way he had decided that today would be the end of it all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger. Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold on to someone else. Literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner.
He said it! He said it!
He said it! Woo!
No!
And on that day, 1,000 ships were launched.
They were launched way before, but then otherwise.
Yeah, they launched and now they fucking went to fucking space.
Yeah,
As soon as this man opened his mouth in the first game, they launched.
true. Thanks. I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Aline Tunim. No, I mean Miss Misty Fey. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. I'm getting the sound of the double, by the way. Thank you for the video. So I'm getting it overlapping, and it's terrifying.
Is that gonna be their wedding march? The Benny Hill team?
Yeah, exactly. And what that woman is really after.
Someone just quit.
I'll solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. I don't think it's that complicated what she's really after.
Death and destruction.
February 10th, 10 AM. Why are you saying sorry, Days? That's hilarious. Very funny that they're overlapping. I have no idea why it's happening, but it's very funny. District Court, courtroom number 7. Oh god. Wait. We have old judge back.
Canadian judge is gone.
We have
Oh.
no more
None of
boots.
you were here the last day.
Yeah. I have to find the judge voice here. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Temple of Hasakura Temple. Your Honor? What are you... Oh, me? Well, my little brother came to visit my chambers early this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted.
Oh, so when Edgeworth said he passed the call to someone else, he fucking meant it. Oh my god.
Also, we get Judge Law. Is his little brother. Apparently, this judge is also Canadian.
Or maybe it's a brother from another mother.
Do we not?
Judge Lord.
We infected the judge. He just sneezed so hard it hit the Canadian.
Jesus Christ.
We infected him with the case of Canadian.
Yeah. Before, I'll be standing in for him. I see, Your Honor. For the brothers, that explains a lot.
I wanna pretend there are more Judge brothers.
Yeah. Oh,
Like it's like Pokemon.
my poor brother. He looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. We're gonna get the theme. Yep.
It's impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment.
Well said, Mr. Goodall. I understood exactly what you said. At least not until the end. Anyway. Now, Mr. Goodall, please proceed with your opening statement. A Mabel Malaise. You could say that, yeah?
Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides.
Here we fucking go.
Yeah.
There is only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. Coffee?
Coffee?
Coffee.
This bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug.
Close enough.
Well, yeah.
Plus coffee.
We're learning Coffinese.
So then you mean... forget it. What do you mean?
During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart.
Great.
Sister Iris of Asakura Temple has a confession to make.
Confession? But defendant? Iris... Why didn't she discuss this with me first?
She's gonna blame herself. Great.
Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession.
Hey girl. What's up?
On meeting a beautiful lady, always ask her name and profession.
Yep, exactly.
ASL? ASL? It's one of my rules.
Get the fuck out of here with ASL. My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple.
Witness, is there something that you want to confess to?
Yes, but first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore.
It's alright. What is it?
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident.
Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that there were more, that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise than him?
No, I'm not, Your Honor. I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place.
Well, so she is accessory to murder.
I mean, I guess that makes sense with what Bikini saw.
Yeah.
After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to Hazakura Temple Courtyard where I desecrated it.
I bet that does add up. What? Order in the court! Order! Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder?
Yes, that's correct.
What? 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in cold sweat. And he's already on second cup of coffee.
Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something.
Shut up.
Yep.
It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder.
I'm an accomplice to bad sleep.
I'm gonna be an accomplice to fucking backhanding him.
Isn't that right, Mr. Trite?
Godot. This is the confession we're conferring about. Pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris' testimony was all a lie. Well, Iris' testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket. Well, it's still there if you want it.
Does Nick come from Phoenix? Like
Yes.
Nick's?
Yeah,
Why did I not get that until now?
it's fine. We're all a little slow sometimes.
No,
Especially me.
Lady. If you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions?
I was recovering for someone. I'm definitely up a creek without a paddle or life jacket.
I've been to Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family.
I'm sorry. What, main family?
Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Maya Fey.
Huh?
Wake up and smell the coffee, right?
And that is the third time Maya is accused of murder in the series. Once per game, I
Ding,
believe.
ding, hat trick.
Well done, Maya! Woo! Bring out the confetti. She's naming Maya.
We love accusing someone that's locked up and can't even defend themselves.
Order in the court. So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer.
I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. And then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her.
That's ridiculous. Maya could never have done such a... The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going this direction.
Why is she fucking blaming someone that's locked up? Girl, come on.
Well, she might not be locked up. We don't know for sure she's in there. Technically, we've seen someone jump out of a bridge, so she could be...
She's either there or in the fucking river then, because...
Yeah, exactly.
A
real murderer.
I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense, you can't blame her for it.
Okay, sure. So it was in self-defense.
Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. It makes sense if what Stan was saying is correct. If Elise was channeling,
Yeah, but
they
actually...
saw still Mystic Elise,
Yes, Iris swapped with Dahlia before Dahlia's execution. This is Dahlia screwing with everyone. Ah, yes.
Fine, oh my god.
The double
Does that even work?
take out. I don't know if that will work.
Now we need the mechanics of the goddamn spiritual technique.
I mean, but I guess the idea is that she like came to visit, and then they took Iris away instead of Dahlia, and Dahlia went free.
No, that doesn't make sense. You can't channel alive people.
No.
As this game has explained so far.
No channeling involved. They just like swap clothes, and Iris went to
Oh.
prison instead of Dahlia because they're twins. I think
Fine.
that's the idea there.
Alright, that's a little too cliche.
And Pearls couldn't channel Dahlia because she's not dead. Well, that's also an option. I don't think that's the case, but maybe.
That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya.
You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got the instincts of a true criminal.
Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. That the person who did it though was that woman. Iris even admitted it. Then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
I don't even think she wants to bring up the Dahlia name because of what she said yesterday, because she was like, oh, I betrayed her.
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Well, okay, let's press on this. Mr. Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple.
Did she now? Too bad for you. What she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go? Is he claiming, no, you didn't hear it? You can't say for sure. It's in the court record, you
Yeah.
like idiot.
It was in the inner temple's training hall.
A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. Oh,
It's in the court
that's
record.
worse.
Well, I guess it got crumbled up and put in his pocket, but
I would properly be described as hearsay.
what do you have to say, witness?
I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time. Miss Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she?
Good job, Pearl.
Yep.
I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder.
There. We all understand how difficult this is for you. Now then, let's continue the testimony. What did you witness in the temple garden?
Well, Your Honor,
You're saying that the victim attacked Maya? I mean, Miss Faye.
yes, it was a truly frightening scene. It's like Maya was struck hard on the head and it looked like she was going to collapse.
What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
What's she going to do?
I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock.
But perfectly understandable, my dear. But this doesn't sound right. I don't believe his testimony for a minute. What happened after that? There's so many holes in this testimony, by the way. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike.
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
Dagger, huh? And at least him tried to stab her with his weapon. To kill Miss Faye.
Yes, exactly.
Huh. You look like you did. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of. Please no.
Give it your best guess. I'll give it to you afterwards.
No. I can I pass? Can
No,
I
no.
skip?
You're only going to piss off the British, and no one cares about the British anyway.
I care about the British.
Faye, are you in here? Can you confirm that no one cares about the British?
Worcestershire.
Thank you, Ian, for trying.
I was just about to try, so now I don't need it.
It's Worcestershire.
I want a spare stand.
It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, it's
Worcestershire.
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 I will pause the check. It's not Worcestershire. You'd even
It's
Brit-
Worcestershire to me. Fuck off.
Yeah, I know it's a stupid ass language. It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Yeah. No. Okay, Dace. Am I getting it wrong too? I don't.
No, that's what he said. It's Worcestershire.
No, I didn't say Worcestershire. I said Worcestershire. Worcestershire. I hate the word is terrible. It's made up. English is a made up language. I hate it. Anyway, what a great picture.
Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy?
Do I have a problem with Irish testimony? Yeah, absolutely. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Yes, well, nevertheless.
That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Just a moment. It's my job to say that.
Listen, Gramps, I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. I'll kick this man out the court. He doesn't even have a whip.
Yeah.
Okay, now, let's continue.
But he will wield that coffee cup like it is a whip.
Like they would throw another sprite for a judge having been hit by coffee.
Way, but pull the dagger from inside her robe. Is this where we present?
Yeah, we put some stuff here. Just Iris. There's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Hello, I think this is one of my my co-workers, by the way. Welcome in.
Oh, doxed?
Yeah, dogs, live on stream. It's fine. I'm not really hiding my real name either. Ex-coworker, fair enough. I did not know. Well, welcome in, Lucky. Listen, I don't know who's on the other side.
Like screaming, that's funny. Like,
Oh, I know. I'm sorry now. Oh. Actually, I did not know that. I'm sorry. No one had told me. No, yeah, no one had told me. I am very sorry though. I hope you're doing alright. Yeah, I assumed there was a reason I could put two and two together, but I had not been told by anyone. I didn't know for sure. I made a educated guess, so it's not a huge surprise to me, but I still didn't know till just now. Well, that happened. It happened. I'll be alright. Anyway,
Wish you luck, man.
bit of a... What?
Wish him luck.
Vision luck?
I wish him
Oh, you
luck.
wish him luck. Okay. Could be doing better, but it is what it is. Fair enough. Mr. Nim throwing his staff away makes no sense at all to me.
all you can do with a staff is hit someone.
Naturally, you would know this, Styrus, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elistanim was really if Elistanim really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, he wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands.
Why he's so fascinated by it? First Gumshoe, now him.
Well, Cyrus, what do you have to say?
That was an impressive bit of investigating, right? I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade.
Well...
Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. I mean, you just don't randomly start killing people, so that's what has to be worked out anyway.
It's a little weird, yeah. But there's something strange about the whole testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument.
Mr. Wright.
I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Denim would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey.
Does her profile update?
Yeah, probably. Is she... where is she? She's there.
I mean, that also doesn't mean she wouldn't, but...
But we've used this argument before for other people. Oh no, they would never hurt someone of their own family.
Still doesn't make it a good argument.
I agree. Elise Denim would never have attacked Maya Fey.
How can you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Denim. Her real name was Misty Fey. Fey?
No. Not Mystic Misty Fey.
Mystic Misty Fey, say that very fast 10 times.
Mystic Misty Fey, Mystic Misty Fey, Mystic Misty Fey, Mystic Misty Fey, Mystic Misty Fey. No. Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to? Misty Fey is the master of the crane channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey. Are you serious?
Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Dunham actually the great Mystic Misty?
There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her own daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation as to why she would do such a thing.
Well, you already offered kind of an explanation. Hadn't seen her in 17 years. Maybe she didn't know.
Yep. Order in the court, but it also provides no motive.
Oh, yeah, like, this is meaningless.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
the relation doesn't mean too much in whether
Yeah.
attack happened or not.
Upon first hearing the witness testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in the light of some facts that have just now been presented, thank you for getting into the fight here, Judge, as well. I'm glad that you are paying attention. One, that the victim supposedly threw away the sword during the fight, and two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter. Despite the facts being believable when taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe.
Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible. I mean,
Just a thought, but if she's dead, can't Belle just handle Misty and prove the
I
case?
mean, wasn't that literally the DL6 incident blueprint that we channeled the dead guy and
Pretty much, yeah.
we did that in the fucking Brain Village case before too. That was like the concept that the guy wanted to channel the dead girl to prove. Thing.
Wait, is Pearl even in here though?
She was in the lobby.
Also, I don't think anyone told Pearl yet that Elise was Misty. Oh, actually, never mind. No, she
The
didn't.
idea still stands, victim anyway.
Yeah.
Except for one little thing.
Yes, but this was one little impossible thing.
You still don't get it. How many times has he said you still don't get it in this fucking one game?
Too many times.
you think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Cramps.
Oh, there's a innuendo in there somewhere. Did you get to your point?
He never gets to his point.
I heard this witness's confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee.
You are going to destroy your...
We are now in the court coffee section with 17 cups.
You are
In the
destroying your
afternoon.
kidneys, mister.
The afternoon coffee session of 30 cups.
You're going to ruin your health, my friend.
Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate into the scene of the crime.
How does this man not die from a heart attack after all that caffeine? I don't know how he's not died of kidney failure either, but we just roll with it, I suppose.
And he discovered this little beauty.
Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing?
Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else?
Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene.
Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene?
Huh? A pine tree?
This dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree.
I'm pretty sure we clicked the pine tree, but okay.
He just didn't look. And the last blow was struck, ending the wild battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree.
Which means the blood on the dagger belongs to the victim, correct?
Are you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning.
Didn't you just say it was your age just a few minutes ago?
He's drinking cups in the past right now.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice.
In that case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately.
This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right, what?
Why is everyone so fascinated by blades in this chapter?
Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Alright, the blood is being analyzed now. Now then, the testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
Who is the one passing close to him? Who's the assistant?
Also, cute girls never lie. Ever.
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
What the hell out?
In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court.
About what, Your Honor?
About the incident you saw. The battle between the two women.
Yes, Your Honor.
Battle.
Debug.
Clash. The war.
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern.
That is not a knife. But okay. Oh, never mind. That is not. I thought this was a. I thought the foot of the lantern and the back was the blade.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that red flash.
That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
That was a very heartbreaking story.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but
But one of them is dead.
it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
Oh, that's Crab's argument, exactly.
I mean, but Maya's name was dropped, right?
Yeah. I mean, they were not shy about who they were when they came to...
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems reasonable. Now then, Mr. White, proceed with your cross-examination. But we're also not really investigating that statement anyway, so... Yeah. Alright, what do you have to say? Iris, where were you standing when you witnessed all this?
What do you mean?
Well, if either of them had noticed you, we might not have continued the battle.
I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the garden stone lantern. I was watching the whole thing from behind. It was dark where the two of them were, so... I think that's why they didn't see me.
So it was dark in the garden when the murder took place. Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after she was struck? Okay, yeah. What happened to the victim's staff then?
I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I really couldn't see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated.
That makes sense. That would explain the need for the dagger.
Mystic Elise raised the dagger to strike. Mystic Maya dodged it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. And then at some point, Mystic Maya picked it up.
Nothing sounds especially strange yet. What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her? We're getting a very detailed description of the fight, I guess. With a decent amount of holes, but... You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim?
Yes. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time.
How was the snow disposed of after?
Yeah.
After all, her life was in danger.
I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point, it's just silly.
As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. You're the only guy saying that.
Yeah. I believe the correct description of a corner fox is scared and petrified.
Your animal analogies have grown tiresome.
You were the one who started it. Anyway, so after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next? Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Yes, I'm almost certain.
Almost.
The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who.
What did you just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
We know that Maya Fey was at the inner temple that night. And that the woman that was killed was Elise Dunham. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who?
I don't have anything to counter that yet. Well then, witness, please continue with your testimony. Alright, so they actually have them swapped around, and it was Elise being possessed by, what's her face, Dahlia Spirit, attacking Maya to to change the inheritance because she didn't know who Elise was till later on. I don't know, well,
I don't fucking know.
we'll see.
Yes, Your Honor. The two of them faced each other for a moment. Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground.
So she was stabbed in the stomach, huh?
Yes.
Where did that dagger go?
I have no idea. It was dark and I couldn't see.
According to the detective who found the dagger, it was stuck into the pine tree in the garden. Most likely it was flung towards the tree after the struggle.
That is the most likely explanation, yes. After being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away?
Now that I think of it, he seemed to stare at Mystic Maya for a while. Mystic Maya stood there, not moving an inch. It felt for a moment like time had just stopped. But then, suddenly, as if the spell had worn off, the Elise fell over.
Seems like a reasonable story at first, but there's one thing that is completely impossible. The very idea of Maya stabbing someone, but alone is impossible, which means Miss Forge's testimony must contain another contradiction in it somewhere. Alright.
And just because story is not true doesn't mean it necessarily has contradictions in it.
Fountain. We don't need that yet. This was dropped right in
Yeah, that was at the
It was
garden.
off to the side, right?
yeah, it was off to the side.
Yeah.
This could be it.
But what would you argue with it?
Yeah, I don't know either. It could also be the crystal sphere in some way. Hello. Thank you for the hydronaut, Faye. I will indeed hydrate. And I need it. I can feel it. I can feel my back of my throat getting very dry. So thank you for reminding me. Anytime alone. Oh, it was an objection hydronaut. I see, I see.
New variation.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Go to the autopsy report. I just saw that.
Oh, loss of blood from a oh, yeah, you're right.
Lol. Imagine reading.
Yeah.
Or playing this more than 2 sessions a week.
You do see orb. There's an orb right here. You think it's a this
And
one?
the orb is not the answer right now.
Yeah. It could be. Alright, it is on this one. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh?
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contained quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
Sorry. According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? Yes, I think so. But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab in her wound in her back.
Huh?
This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
Ah!
It's Orbin time. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
It's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. You can later shut the hell up, you.
Ah, yes.
God.
We only have that in common with books and nothing else. Anyway. Is what all you have to say?
I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind.
Just say it was dark,
Yeah.
if that's your argument.
Could you please knock it off with cheesy proverbs and logical metaphors already? The point is, too much of his testimony doesn't make sense. Throwing away useful stuff, the people fighting, being mother and daughter. And now she falsely claims that the victim was stabbed in the stomach. Certainly awesome inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it?
Well, it's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing.
Open them up and inside they're red.
What kind of books we're reading?
You know, red. Read, red.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. The lame jokes is due to coffee-induced delirium of the coffee burning his brain cells. Why not both? What do you mean?
There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee.
Thank you.
Get your notes out.
Yeah, get no notebook
This is
out.
gonna be on the test.
But to pick out each one requires a total concentration and the use of all the senses.
Do you need to listen to the coffee as well?
Yeah, definitely.
You're really concentrating on what this witness actually said.
Prosecutor Kudo, explain yourself.
The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguous when she said.
You get a gold star for that one.
To downgrade that.
You get a bronze star for that one. Paraphrase of Clive Barker, I think. You could just have told me you came up with the days. We'd be fine. I would have never known.
There's the fun in it.
Fair enough.
That the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly.
Wow, he got to the point for once.
Wow.
Human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light.
Excellent. Right.
What does this have to do with 253 types of bitterness in coffee?
Nothing.
By the way, did you know? Asakura has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit.
So there was light. So
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
I did wonder what the stone lantern was there for. If that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern.
Impossible.
It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night.
But there was evidence that the things in the garden were lit, though.
Yeah.
There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening.
Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away.
We just slid coffee over there so he could slam it against the table. I see.
Yeah. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak.
That's why humans are weak.
Alright, mister, but
Because we can't see in the dark. Oh, lucky you with your infrared gamer goggles.
I was about to say, alright, Shakespeare, but tell me, why did they fight?
Isn't that right, Trite?
No.
What is he knowing?
Order.
Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind.
Don't let it add it to the court record. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face? Let's just say probably I didn't actually read a lantern from
He's
inside.
probably just staring at the blood note on it.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot?
This lantern. There's something written on it. Why, it's written in blood. Oh boy. So the judge didn't know about that yet.
Written in blood?
Apparently neither did Kudo. It says Maya upside down.
What the?
Oh yes, that's right. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been riding down on the stone lantern behind her.
Oh, so we are actually doing this thing again for the third time. We're actually doing the victim wrote the murderer's name in blood. Ooh. And it's just never happening.
With the blood that was draining out of her body.
It certainly looks that way.
What?
Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean? What are we all talking about? We're talking about the message written in blood.
Nonsense. This lantern, it's clean as a whistle.
Can he not see it because of the visor?
Dude, red, the gamer goggles.
you not
Everything's red.
Isn't that why it's red? Can you not see the color red? Is it like some color colorblind?
I think he sees the entire thing as red as the issue.
That happened on the other case as well.
That's hilarious.
Like he couldn't see the like ketchup or whatever on the apron.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. Full circle indeed, yeah. Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday.
I say it's bad. Gamer goggles help, but can't see everything.
Cyclops.
So that's what he meant by that.
I mean, he's still pretty stupid not to put two and two together from context.
Yeah. In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know what the crime scene we now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot.
Okay then, let's move on.
Godot's literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from the caffeine overdose. Then
I think it might be the caffeine overdose.
I believe it has now been established that Mr. Nim was killed by Maya Fey.
Was it?
That's just wrong.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Also, nice prosecutor. Why are you proving you're the guy who you need to prosecute innocent?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears.
Alright, let's hear about the cover-up.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used the Shishishito to alter the way the wound looked.
Actually smart. So, you move the body.
How did she move it across Dusky Bridge? Was the Dusky Bridge still?
Snowmobile.
She flew.
It's already established that it was moved. Oh, you mean across first? Yeah.
Yeah, across the bridge. The snowmobile is fine, but the bridge is the weird part.
It's easy. She flew.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot
Sure.
lie. Yes, I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I own a great deal of thanks to the Fey clan. Even so, I never imagined that Elise Donim was actually Misty Fey. I've committed a terrible sin.
A terrible trick of fate. I believe you're looking for Twist of Fate, Anna?
I intended to return to the Inner Temple after taking care of the body. But
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
Pretty sure I already know what it is, but like the bridge thing does not make fucking sense.
Yeah. So you waited until everything was over before making a move.
No, it's not like that.
She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
Preach.
We already knew this, Judge, but that's okay. Sometimes you like getting a little whipped.
You just okay.
You had something to say here?
Nothing. Not anymore.
Okay, sure. I'm just out here saying dumb shit. Isn't it your job as the judge to meditate the argument? Mediate. Wow.
Yay.
Listen, you can mispronounce Worcestershire sauce.
Phoenix and Goto argument. The judge is like, I'm gonna wait
He
until it's
does
over.
look. He probably should. Probably.
Yeah, I think it might help.
I'm gonna comb my beard. Okay.
I don't think he ever combs his beard.
It does look quite luscious.
That it does. I think it's all natural.
I imagine it's rough.
I imagine it's precious.
Anyway.
It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done.
Alright. Yep. So then, you knew. You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey.
Yes, of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Anyway, she was a very special person indeed.
I mean, Bikini is just a nun, right? She's not part of the Kurain family.
Yeah,
Wasn't
also... No.
I don't think she had any relation.
No.
Thought she had some.
I mean, yeah, she was like a far offshoot, actually, I think. Maybe she should have known Maya as well. I don't know. Anyway. Oh. Why did you do that?
Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way.
Why not?
I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene.
Why would you want to cover up for her? I don't understand this.
Because she's saying she wants to protect the
Oh,
master of
oops.
the rain. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
Snow, huh?
Yeah, what is this? Girl,
Pretty amazing you can make it all the way across that rickety old bridge.
it looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age.
It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold.
Why did Wright get one then? But there's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw a body into Eagle River? Would have been much easier than tracking it all the way to Hatakura Temple.
I thought it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible.
I mean, river would make it go. Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what should you do after you cross the bridge?
Yeah? The snowmobile. I knew that it would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? About the snowmobile shoot. Let me hear more about this snowmobile ride.
Well, it was very cold that night, so I rode it all the way to the foot of the bridge. What?
I'm sorry, witness. But now I've got a problem with your testimony.
Excuse me?
But oh, what are you up to now?
That night, after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you, she said she walked from the inner temple back to Hazakura Temple.
Yes, I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates.
Let's recall her comments on the subject.
Maybe. When I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there, by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean.
The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say?
Is Godot actually doing our job for us?
Good.
Oh, Mr. Godot, why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness testimony?
Let's just say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay?
Well, maybe Sister Bikini missed it. Yeah, maybe she didn't see it.
Missed it and then mistakenly saw it.
Yeah, we didn't quite see the murder, we didn't quite see the victim, we didn't quite see the weapon, we didn't quite see
No
the...
one saw anything. Everyone was walking around with blindfolds.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone had those gamer glasses on. You think you missed it? Doesn't sound right.
Whatever. I like how his hand is extended for a coffee cup, but there's nothing there. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just... You better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. Lie better, is what my man is saying.
Yep.
A smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that.
Yes, sir.
What
So
was...
glad he didn't say kitten.
Yeah. What was that all about? Why would Godot want to give me a hint? Well then, let's continue with the testimony. You transported the body by snowmobile all the way to Asakura Temple Courtyard.
Yes, I thought that way Miss Maya would never be suspected. That's what I thought anyway, and then
Or we might as well press on the other part of this one. Other tracks. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right? Yes, naturally would you expect tracks. This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that raid? Right?
yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here. We went over this yesterday, Phoenix.
I don't see what's so strange about that.
Oh, never mind. It was Edge for presiding over yesterday. I forgot.
Snow was still falling when I left Hasakura Temple,
I see. Snow was still falling, huh?
and then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony? Let's just add it. We might as well. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. Doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I like the statement Iris just made to be added to the testimony. But does this have anything to do with the case? All will be made clear if you allow the statement to be added to the record.
This should be fun. His bartender finally passed it to him.
Yeah.
Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
So it's probably this we have to do something with. There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true?
Yes, I am.
When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear.
That's right. I'm certain of it.
I think I've trapped her in this time.
I see how you think. Snow, huh?
What is going on here? If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it means there was a bigger hole in her story than the movie The Grid Revelations.
What?
In theaters now.
The Grid. Thank you.
Uh...
Matrix reference.
Well then, Mr. Tride, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us. Let's see what's up your sleeve, or rather at the end of your index finger. Me too.
Huh? I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of.
I'm guessing the final statement is it the weather data?
Is it wait, what's that? Sorry?
By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
Yeah, that doesn't add up. That's too late. By that time, the lightning would already struck, right? 10:45, so she wouldn't have been able to cross the bridge at all.
Yep.
I would like to see her try, though.
I mean, apparently something was happening at the bridge while it was on
Larry
fire.
used
Yeah.
Some bitch flying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently it's not that.
is it on the Dusky Bridge thing then, or what the
Maybe.
fuck is- I'll have to penalize you.
Ew.
Don't penalize anyone. What is wrong with you?
It wasn't me, it was the judge.
Hmm.
Oh god.
They also...
I don't think he has the ability to penalize anyone at his age.
Oh, is it the autopsy report because of the time of the murder then?
No, that at top does not. It could still be, if it's between 10 and 11 p.m., it could still be in the last 10 minutes before the snow stops. But it would be real fucking hard to make it there, especially with the bridge on fire. But we could try it.
Not related to what is being asked right now, but we still haven't gotten to the point about the body falling.
Yeah, that's true.
Not related to this questioning, though.
No.
Pretty sure.
I mean, we could try the autopsy report. Worst thing we do is we reload.
I don't think it has anything.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's another statement because she mentioned she crossed Dusky Bridge, but like, girl, how did you do this if the bridge was probably?
Yeah, maybe we have to get that out of her first, and then.
Yeah, what is this, girl? I need.
Do we? Maybe it's here with the weather data. Yeah, it is. Okay, you were right. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred, but I'm sorry, Iris. This just isn't possible.
What?
This is weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Why do you say that?
Just 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge, it was on fire.
You've literally just been there and seen the burned out bridge. Why are you
Girl.
surprised? You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of the lightning strike the bridge burned down.
What? It can't be.
Was she possessed by Dahlia, and then Dahlia did whatever she did, and she's just trying to pretend she was the one doing it?
It's possible. But as far as we know, she can't summon spirits. But we'll see. It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of the real defense attorney.
No.
Order. The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right. The inner temple was already cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body. Magnus, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying, and I will find you in contempt of court. I'll be a first. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
The only person here that is truly contemptible, is that a word?
It's a word, yeah. Old man. Me? How dare you?
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now. Oh yeah?
I think it's
witness lying
important.
doesn't matter.
Squad.
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right? Yes! That's what we're doing, you idiot!
I love to know. He's fantastic. Yes, of course, but...
Well, it was snowing. Or not snowing. The bridge was burning. Okay, nothing matters. Let's all go home and throw
Yeah.
There are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elistonen was discovered in the Hasakura temple courtyard. And second, they had none, Sister Bikini. Witnessed Iris desecrating Elistunim's body.
He makes a good point on both accounts.
That's right, I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night. My memory is still somewhat hazy.
You have stood at witness stand and testified the entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is just hazy?
It is only human to err. If you're so perfect, right? Maybe you can explain this for the court.
What is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick.
Well, not exactly, no. Don't know, there must be some other way she got across the burned out bridge. Unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth. Hello, Carrie. Well, yep. Doesn't matter the circumstances, just the result. You're completely right, obviously. That is exactly what Godot is saying. It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
Ah,
It's his job, though,
oh,
to try and argue that.
alright. Witness, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony?
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess.
Yeah, okay, good defense, good defense. Paging Larry Bottom, the amazing flying nun. Yeah, she's dead now as well.
Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much?
I think the real thing that happened here is that the spirit medium channeled the spirit of a fucking mountain giant and threw the body over the bridge.
Now you hush. We ain't pulling fucking fantasy creatures now. Into
Yeah.
this. A dragon breathed the bridge on fire.
Exactly.
Are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge?
So it was just a misunderstanding. See,
This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident.
certainly was burned to a crisp and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. Did someone intend?
Snapped from that side, even though the fire.
Did
was
someone
on the
cut?
bridge.
Did someone cut the bridge wire loose and swing over the chasm? Is that what fucking happened?
Let's go.
That would be amazingly stupid with a dead body.
Funny. You know what's funny about that too? That would actually explain her why she had bruises.
It
Oh,
would,
no,
yeah.
That's what happened. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Larry's picture is upside down. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Oh fuck.
Unless I do something to discredit his testimony, it's going to be deemed the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder. That's not the first time, she'll be fine.
But who caught it on the others?
Good question.
That's right. I'm only going to say it one more time. It is only human to err. And only humans can spot the error so far away.
The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes.
No, he got a point there.
Yeah,
Not relevant. That's the point.
Right, Mr. White. Please begin your final cross-examination. You'll get no more. This is the last of your career.
Oh, I'm sure this trial will be at least 2 more streams or something.
Surely.
I've been walking up. Oh,
We already
I
had
don't know why
this.
I was reading that. My bad.
Yes, but if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place.
I couldn't have crossed the bridge naturally. But I think it's just like Mr. Gatto said. The body did make it across somehow.
The defense is literally like, it got across somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it got across
It
some
did.
way.
My memory is foggy as shit. I don't know. I got it across.
But you seem to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure your snow had already stopped.
I'm terribly sorry. I was wrong.
Do you
Fair enough.
really think apology is going to get her off the hook?
What else to say?
This is no joke. You're giving sworn testimony to a court of law.
Well, Mr. Wright, let me ask you a question. You remember what the weather was like 1 week ago today?
Huh? Well, I naturally was some.
This is not relevant.
Yeah.
You see, it's not that easy to remember, is it?
But if it had been some kind of special day, I would have remembered. For example, it was pouring rain of a day of my elementary school graduation. He's got to bring out a weather report of the day of Phoenix graduation and go, haha, see, you're wrong.
I already dug your past.
Yeah.
It was actually shining. No one wants to hear about your childhood traumas, right? Trauma? It was raining.
What?
By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. If you insist on obsessing over that one statement, let's see the proof. We have the fucking weather report. Show some evidence that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire.
Why are you saying things with
Do it. Do it.
that's
Do
the
it.
fucking same thing.
Do it.
Well,
Do
don't
it.
see why there couldn't be a way across.
Mr. Bright. Don't you think that sounds a bit silly? A dead body crossing a burning bridge. Did anyone actually witness such a thing?
They are laying it on thick.
If there was, I don't think you'd call someone like that a witness.
They are laying it on real thick.
After all, a dream isn't the same as actually seeing something.
I'm all this way, like over to want to figure this out. But how do you transport a body across a burning bridge? Even if you don't know the exact answer yet, it's okay. I'll start by examining all my evidence. See where it takes me. I'm gonna be like a shark. If I don't keep moving, I'm as good as dead.
Say, just present it. You don't gotta
It's-
worry about how.
But.
Oh dear god.
It's the right one. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility. What?
You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air.
I don't know about that. Oh, actually, Iris was on the other side of the bridge. She still took it with the snowmobile back, but she was never on the. She never saw the murder or anything. That was Pearl. Pearl while being Dahlia.
But Pearl said she never successfully channeled.
Oh yeah, that's true. But she was still on the other side of the bridge, though.
She was. But I don't think she would have had any part to play in this and or in the murder and the body transportation. I
Maybe.
feel like she would have not been
I
hiding
guess
it
she
that
did.
well.
Yeah, I guess she was out cold. So
I don't get it.
I guess maybe
Maya.
it was Elise channeling that.
At
Ellie
least
heard-
should have been dead at that point if the murder scheme truly was the Gordon.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Maya actually for some reason.
Yeah, okay, this is fucking weird. I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see that happen.
Imposters.
Who is it? Who is this witness? Can't chicken out here. Gotta keep going on the attack. Go, 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 go. Miss Elise the Nim's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice. Laurice the Nim. Brilliant?
Highly gifted.
Apprentice?
Remember what he said in his testimony? That night, he was out at Mountain Shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event.
Oh my god, he's upside down in that picture.
I think you've all seen the sketch before. The exact drawing of what he witnessed that day. Oh my god, and the lines up are the fucking... It's the cables wire, yeah. Oh my fucking god. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed on that night. Are you serious? Today is not April Fool's Day, is it? Necro-levitation. Now there's a real power. Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? Are you using this pathetic scribble to support your argument? Uh-oh. It just looked like he's about to blow a gasket.
Well tried. There's no way for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything? That's a very good 6-year-old.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does. And I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down.
Oh, we are laying it on thick?
Oh my god.
If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch? Wink.
Upside down. Why did Godot say that? Oren, Raven, let's hear the defense theory. What exactly is the sketch trying to show? I don't think old Whiskerface is going to forgive any more mistakes.
Old whisker face, that's funny.
Alright, Phoenix. Look carefully and think it over. The sketch drawn by Loris to him is evidence of nothing, a complete contradiction, exactly what happened.
Oh, I wonder what I need to choose.
I think it might want me to say a complete contradiction, but
Oh, yeah, that's good actually.
because it's upside down. We'll see. Something is obviously funny about the sketch. I'm no art critic, but even I can see that. No, that's not what I mean, Yona. Maurice the Nim stated it over and over. This sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts the reality as we know it.
It contradicts reality?
This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, Trade. So what exactly contradicts reality as we know it?
The wires or her?
The woman.
I think it's a woman too. This flying figure, naturally. After all, people haven't learned to fly yet, or did I miss something? Well, that was not the right one.
Is that right? That answer just now... It was lethal.
Why she
Uh,
blushing?
Why is he blushing?
I know, why was that only 1 damage in the last case?
Mr. Wright, after tracking us all the way to this point, that answer was embarrassing. It was so embarrassing, I'm actually blushing.
But we didn't draw me blush.
Blushing only suits the women, not the elderly. Well, point to something else.
It's the wire.
Yeah, it's the wires. Oh my god, please.
I mean, but the upside down argument works with the woman as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
Your mom.
It's this wire connected to the bridge. Wire?
Is that the thing that contradicts reality?
It is indeed.
And show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. Just something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality.
They
I'm
just,
guessing the picture of the bridge we just got.
Why
Yeah.
did I go in this much detail, man? Holy shit.
they want to really hammer this one in.
This is such a hard fucking trick to understand. We gotta make sure.
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct? Yes. Now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge, jumping just so happened. Jehoshaphat. Oh, jumping just Jehoshaphat. Oh yeah. The wires are below the guard wires.
What?
You literally hinted at this. You knew it, Godot. Why are you spitting out?
Why you say what?
Order. The sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted on the photo.
Did
However,
Stan sound like a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger or something?
isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong? Or perhaps... Oh,
Or perhaps he just drew it wrong.
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong.
with someone like Laurice, I admit a mistake is the definite possibility. But then it begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason?
Are you saying you know the answer to that?
Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Laurice was doing when he witnessed this event? He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited, and he finally let down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Laurice must have been in at the
I
time.
mean, we don't know what his preferred sleeping position is.
Yeah. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did. He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates. But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down. Ah!
No way.
Laurice and him witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene he felt he saw. was actually upside down.
And he didn't realize it himself?
He is not very smart. So, the sketch should actually... I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Laurice Denim's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. The victim bodies wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right. Just like a pendulum.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
Order!
Of all the things to say, a pendulum.
The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used a burning bridge to get the body across to the other side, and a pendulum would be the only way to get it done.
Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff.
Yes, that sounds right.
In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead.
The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident, so it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared for the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them.
What?
I'm saying that was just a matter of using what was already there. In that case, Mr. White, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal has a rope at hand to create the pendulum? Do we have a picture of...
Yeah, the bridge.
Is it just this?
What else?
I don't think there's anything else, right? Crime photo, tracks photo, photo of Elise, Hasakura table map.
Why wouldn't that be sufficient enough?
Yeah, And the meaning of this is? You want to know where the rope came from? It's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard. Ah! This is one of those wires from the bridge. When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise Denim's body. Oh my fucking god.
That's fucking dark, but that's so goofy as well.
How does it...
No, it wouldn't go inside though. Come on. Come on.
That is not how that would happen. I was like, there has to be someone on the other end to pick up the body. But nope, it's just gonna unlash itself. Because there was simply no other way to move the body.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna spit out again, yeah.
Okay. Let him go at it, I guess.
Mr. Godot! It seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on his coffee than answering my question.
So what kind of magic cup is that?
Yeah, it seems that the odds of a rope being readily available are very high. So I suppose that it is not an impossibility after all.
Oh, he's done.
Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. Oh, now we don't. It's only one question. Did that really happen? That's right. I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum? Is it now the data that the body fell?
It's
Autopsy report.
autopsy report or it's the crystal sphere which was found on the old clubbing.
What? We fucking tied the fucking staff to the body when we swung it?
Apparently. But I think it's bad. Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires was snapped. Looking at the map, we can see that the only one that was in front of it in the temple. So then, that was the spot where the criminal. Yes, precisely. Now let's consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. The body was pushed from the point here.
Oh god.
It would drop on the opposite bank, approximately this point. Did you say drop? Well, must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
What makes you think something like that happened?
Because I have evidence that suggests the body dropped some distance.
I have few issues with this, even though this is probably what happened, but it's like setting this up still takes a long ass time.
Yeah.
And if you fail at it once, then the body will just be left hanging there.
That would be a great crime, yeah. Sorry. Take a look at this. Also please report. It says that her body fell about 10 feet after her death. 10 feet, huh? That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to forward momentum, but it then came loose and fell about 10 feet.
What?
And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
Oh,
What
So
kind
our
of-
evidence too.
Are we saying it flew off? What?
Yes, we are. You just suspension of disbelief. Yes, the bloodstains and with this crystal. The one that came off Mr. Listenim's staff. And even more important, is the place where the crystal sphere was found. Dude, I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found. Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of
Can
speed
either of you explain this to me? You fell from where?
from her staff.
No, where did the body fall from? They swung it and...
And then it went up in the air a bit, it overshot.
Oh, just like they pictured? No.
Exactly.
No! Physics.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved right.
What's that sound?
An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Oh,
Oh, that's what that sound was.
Mr. Wright.
I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godot?
Assault.
We had a whip lady before. Why are you now complaining?
This whip lady is fine. This is not.
I was a dark and bitter guess that you made it, right?
No, whoops. I clicked the wrong thing.
But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, and what could that be?
The aroma.
Huh?
This is just his way of getting back to his crew.
Yep.
Coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma.
Okay, that's great, but
The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffinese. Can you elaborate a bit more?
If the criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say, it wouldn't fly up, please say that,
Mm.
then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, right?
Mr. Godot was correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, know what you must do. Yes, Your Honor. Body couldn't have made it to Asakura Temple without an accomplice. Very well then. If you please, Mr. Wright. Oh well, this is where we point to Iris. Could have been literally no one else. Unless it was bots, and he's been lying to us. But
bye.
who was the
It
person
had
that
to be
received the body?
Iris on that side, right?
Yeah. It can only be you, Mr. Iris.
Huh? But
I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Beginner could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one who could have managed it.
Right. When we were listening to the witness testimony. The night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on a cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godot? This witness was also seen in Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
So the other guy had to be left on the temple side, right? Because the bridge burned down.
Yep, exactly.
And the people there were, well, Elise, Pearl, and Maya.
Yep,
That's it, right?
both of the ones, yeah.
Okay.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time. Just Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The suspension breach of disbelief too far. You got me there. Yep.
Maybe Larry's drawing wasn't should have been. Maybe she actually did fly. If we're
Yeah.
going with this anyway.
The pendulum, of course, using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness. I have established how the body was moved using the burned out bridge, which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known.
Just because I explained how it could happen, it means it actually happened.
Exactly.
No, I had no idea.
Phoenix just has the logic that some historians do as well. But I have given you a logical way it could have happened, so that means it just happened that way. There's no other way it could have happened. Well,
I don't know anything about a pendulum.
but the body couldn't have passed along the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless of this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright?
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying that this isn't Iris of Hasakura Temple?
Are you serious, Troid?
Oh, please tell me this is not fucking Morgan channeling Dahlia. And that's what...
What if it's Maya channeling Dahlia? You mean this woman is...
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. Why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing here in the witness stand? Her real name is... So it is Dahlia. I suppose is what I'm...
I assume we go in Dali and work from there.
Yeah. The deceased thing is gonna be very funny. Never thought I would have to utter your name again. Let alone see you. It's been a long time. Dahlia Hawthorne. Hawthorne? Miss Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dolly Hawthorne. He just had it ready.
Yep. Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago.
My name is Sally Hawthorne. I just have to say it's an honor for me to be here in an honorable presence. Oh my god.
You do it.
Oh no, what's that? Skip that.
No, you do it.
Wow. Look at his hair. He deserves to be voiced.
The honor's all mine.
There you go. Oh, the honor's all mine. But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution carried out last month.
So what?
Yeah, so what?
Who cares? Death has no meaning in this courtroom for some reason.
What?
I mean, at this point, it's not even a lie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Order.
Wait a moment. How can you... My sister, she's already dead. What kind of...
You of all people should already understand, after all. The blood of your master... The blood of the master of the Kurain channeling technique flows without you in your body. A Kurain channeling technique? Now where have I heard that? That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. Ba-dong.
What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dolly Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was.
Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes.
We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happened. There'll be crazier consequences, honestly.
Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written here in these instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of a plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there was 2 irises at Hasakura Temple.
2 of them?
Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time. That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris. And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else strange to her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne.
You even know what you're saying, right? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
What?
Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike.
Who's saying that she's at the inner temple at all?
That can't be done. It was later that the body was moved by pendulum.
That's right.
Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hasakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. Ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center.
Yes, I suppose. Can't deny any of that.
Yeah, thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced.
Something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same as from the other night.
I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places.
Switch places?
Probably happened at the during the earthquake.
Probably. To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand. But I do know that unless we confirm the witness' identity, we can't continue this trial. Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere. Mr. Wright? Since the time she was arrested at Hasakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne? There was one. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance. Explain yourself. Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris' whereabouts were unknown.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised. Well, how was it? Who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that? I'm sorry, I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris a chance to move freely about was... I'm sorry, Edgy.
My beloved.
The man of my dreams. This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it? Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not? An earthquake? I'm skipping this, what's happened?
It's Dan's beloved.
We know. She wasn't there, she escaped.
Wait.
Went to the inner temple right away. Oh my god, please. Oh, however, they had already switched places at that point in time. That was actually a dialogue, not a flashback, my bad. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. Now Justice's right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling and...
Be quiet.
Oh, there she is.
It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice!
It's the same voice it's been the whole time. What you eat? Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules.
What is she going to say here?
Charlie Hawthorne, occupation dead.
Talia Hawthorne, in my current profession, permanently retired.
Compromise to a permanent end.
Huh. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
Fair enough, I suppose.
What is going on here? Talia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again. And I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself. How? To be continued. Are we actually gonna have an entire next bit of a trial where we get statements from her instead? February 10th, 10:06 PM, District Court, courtroom number 7. We are. God damn it. Well then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Witness?
Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge?
It seems that if we are to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony.
I have no problem with that. But when you see what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown.
Jesus Christ, that's right. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway.
That means you really are. Wait a minute. You just say the plan was to kill Maya Fey.
Yes, you have a problem with that?
That much seemed obvious. Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that...
Watch yourself, Troid. If you get a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's apparently also one of my rules.
Mr. Kudo is correct. That is one of his rules. And by that, that's one of my rules as well. To kill Maya.
Is
Could it be true?
Rule of the court?
Apparently.
Hello, bitch.
You were executed last month, correct?
Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant.
How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay?
Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her.
I see. So that's when you discussed the plan.
Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well. Even though I'm her own daughter.
All to make Pearl Fay the master of Khura'in?
She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan.
Plan? You're talking about Pearl Fay, correct?
Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
You and your twin sister, Iris.
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father.
Abandoned?
The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
Ah, fantastic. You mean Iris?
Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
horrible.
The really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fey. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, unfortunately for her. Morgan Fey heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto the poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family.
Okay, yeah. Maya would have to die, but why?
For a bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
The Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
That's sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it.
Yep.
Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter. And naturally, the life of Maya Fey as well.
How could anyone do that? Yeah? You were going to kill Maya.
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me.
Man was to blame the crime on your younger twin, on Sister Iris of Hasakura Temple.
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris as a crime, anyway.
But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she?
Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Rude. Backstabber?
You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway.
You think the plan was a success?
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the Master will pass on to Pearl Fey.
That's absurd. Maya is just... She's just trapped inside the sacred cavern.
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you.
Obviously.
Your sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people.
Just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fey's plan?
Left your head.
I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of.
That's how you feel. Why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So tell me why.
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only acted my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
They're literally going with, like, she's a psychotic serial killer. That's why she wanted to murder. Is that the angle? What did you say?
Yes.
This woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, had her own reason for wanting Maya dead.
You understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was? Oh, that she amended it, okay.
Yeah, it's probably have to press that. Oh, not press out, sorry, present on that. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fey.
Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious.
She wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan and her plan so she could accomplish her own goal.
All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge.
Revenge? It looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. Can't believe it. I meant to kill Maya, not to keep a cool head, and then I need to get more information out of her. It's only a way to understand this plan and what she was after as well. What exactly are we,
So to get her sister convicted of a crime?
The revenge.
is there anything?
Is it because of Mia? Because
No,
Mia
probably because she betrayed the plan they had for the diamond theft.
Yeah, that's probably it. Do we have anything that I can present on that?
Maybe it's just her profile.
I think it's just a
I'm
problem.
thinking-
Sounds too vague though.
I think it's Mia.
Oh, well. Oh, because it's Mia's sister. Right?
Yeah, it's
Today.
like to get revenge to get back at Mia because Mia got her convicted.
Today.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna try presenting Mia then. You're right. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself?
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead. And you can't take revenge against them either.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman, Mia Fey.
I somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was on her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible? Perhaps because Mia Fey had already died.
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how do you do that?
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that you could kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But a cool plan. Cool, cold, and heartless.
He's kind of fine with necromancy.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you there's not a thing you can do to me. That night. At about 9:40 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
So, it was at least an imp who channeled her after all.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing.
Good.
She left Maya Fey at the inner temple, and wobbled back clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger that I got from the storeroom and...
So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory?
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me, I'm sure of it.
The neck.
That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork.
She absolutely would stab a French fry with a plastic fork.
No, she'll use her fingers.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast a special on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops. Oh, sorry. Stops.
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern, surrounded by darkness.
What, in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks.
Alright, so this is Maya channeling Dahlia. That's
Yeah,
pretty...
but then the person who stabbed Elise, like Pearl is the only one left though.
I think Elise stabbed herself.
How? She was being possessed.
What if Pearl?
No,
channeled-
I think the shock of attempting to stab Maya, she wrestled back control over Dahlia, which is why the last thing she remembers is the eyes.
I have a different idea. I think Pearl might have channeled Mia.
It's possible, yeah. That's possible.
Also, why if she wrestles control back, why would she stab herself rather than? I don't know.
I don't know
The
either.
channeling, so far from what we've seen from the channeling this game, they don't wrestle control back. They're just kind of the person that they are.
Yeah.
I guess.
Anyway, it seems
They even say
like the
goodbye, like-
only person left is Pearl by process of elimination, but a lot of that just doesn't click.
It's like when Mia was channeled every time by Pearl or Maya, every time she's about to leave, she's like, "Oh, goodbye, Phoenix. I'll see you later, Phoenix," or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, she always knows when it's about to happen. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
How did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
Forgoes your one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you. Huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you are saying you are actually confined against your will inside the sacred cave?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who?
That was Pearl, right?
Or Rebecca, well, could have been Maya?
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the secret cavern.
That morning, only two people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Both went in there to cover the hanging scroll and gravy.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. Just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck.
After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself.
The real Iris.
She said she'd come to make sure the secret cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the secret cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place. I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan has succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me. I had assumed that it was Pearl Fey.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person who had actually called my spirit back was... Misty Fey, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide, the sin of killing her own mother.
No way.
Or did she stab you in the back?
Yeah.
Playing that magic trick to me.
Order in the court. What's the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fey's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
Ridiculous. That's nonsense.
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fey has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Huh?
The idea that she stole out the Sacred Cavern is just ridiculous. She was unable to escape from the Inner Temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's one only place she could be.
Well,
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of Eagle River. Where else?
is she unaware that she's channeling someone right now?
Apparently. Eagle River.
Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So, what do you have to say now, Feeny?
Why does he has his own team?
Why does everybody have like their ringtone as like a... Answer your fucking phone.
Oops. Sorry, that's my phone.
What kind of ringtone is that?
Phoenix, you have your own theme as a ringtone, shut up.
I think this is the place to end it for today. With
Yeah, but
the mystery of who could possibly be calling Godot at this hour. Alright, on that cliffhanger, I'm gonna do the old wrap up. I will remember to actually change to the stream end screen this time.
Miracle.
Miracle, I know. Let's see if there's anything, anyone we can raid.
Anything works too.
I see at least Ing.
Wow. Let's see. Ing is on. Crow is on as well. How deep in this Crow? Crow probably just ends up raiding into Ing. So let's just back that up. Alright, let's send you all over to Crow. We raided Ing last time. So why I'm making this choice. She's also great, and she made this fantastic art you see in front of you. Great stream, thank you so much. I'm glad you think so. This was a lot of fun. We are so close to the end, I feel like. I think we might actually end it on the next stream.
I believe we also got a follower, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, true. Thank you so much for the raid to Tumia. And thank you so much for the follow from Daimo.
Bless me, bagpipes!
Bless me, bagpipes! Thank you so much for the necro bits. What is that? Oh, it's a rib one. That's amazing. Alright, I'm gonna start the raid. Get the raid going. Alright. Hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you again in the weekend for more Spiritfarer. We are also ending the game there. I believe we're probably ending this game, if not on Tuesday, then just next week. We seem fairly close to the end.
Yeah, no way this goes 3 more streams.
Yeah, this does not go 3 more
That-
streams.
I believe we are close.
Yeah, I am fairly certain. We are right across there. If we manage to finish it during the next stream and we have a bit of time left over, I have some ideas to how to fill that time. But we will see how it goes. Alright. Have a great night, everyone. See you around. Goodbye.
Bye.